Hey everyone, I want to talk to you today about how you move your hands with the rope while you're playing with the rope. The first thing you need to understand is that we're making a figure eight with our hands as we're playing with the rope. So what does that mean? When we take our hands and we bring our palms up, this is called supination. And when you supinate your hands, you're actually turning your bones and externally rotating. And then when you pronate your hands, bringing the palms down, you're internally rotating your arms. So what we're gonna do with the ropes is you're gonna take your hands and we're gonna go pronation, supination. Now as you can see, the other hand does the opposite motion. So if I'm focusing on the right hand on top of the left hand, I'm gonna go from supination to pronation, and then my bottom hand will follow and do the opposite. So if I'm going pronation, the other hand's turning to supination, and then as I take the top hand and I start to supinate it, externally rotating, the bottom hand will go into pronation, internally rotating. And then it's gonna follow across, and then I'm gonna switch it again. So as I switch, I'm taking the top hand, I'm going into pronation, the bottom hand supinating, and we're gonna go back and forth. So if you look through the camera, you can see that the hands do the opposite motions. One shoulder's internally rotating, the other shoulder is externally rotating, and you're gonna go back and forth. And what this does is it creates a figure eight pattern. Top hand is leading, supinate, pronate, supinate, pronate. And then we can switch hands. So the bottom hand is now pronating, the top hand is now pronating as the bottom one supinates, and then we switch. So this is the first thing that I think everyone should practice without the rope, just to get an understanding of the mechanics behind rolling the rope. So as you become more confident with this figure eight motion, you'll be able to build a better feeling for the rope. Okay, so top hand is leading, supinating, pronating, pronate, supinate. So the shoulders are going to do the opposite motion, which then takes the spine and really starts to sway it, moving it as a spinal engine. This is what carries over for so many other movements, is the ability to move the shoulders that are attached to the hands. So we start with the hands, and then that carries over to the movement of the rope. So now that we got an understanding of that, let's get right into it. So rope in front, and again, the top hand is doing the motion, pronate, supinate, pronate, supinate. The bottom hand follows. Now you could start with your hands together and practice the cross with the hands together, but it's gonna be more artful and skillful is if you could expand the distance between the hands, which is gonna force the shoulders to have to move even more. As you take your hands and widen them out, or coming across the body, practicing that. Now switching sides, so now the left hand is on top and the bottom hand is following the left hand as we go through our pronation, supination, pronation, supination. Now watch my shoulders. As I'm going through this, the shoulders are rotating the spine, and then I can switch sides. So that's the first thing you should practice, is going from pronation to supination, making a figure eight with the hands before you start using the rope.